I was here for Embraso say you didn't come about the Max agenda. I want to say do sabre ya. Na asemu edap no so a ebesi ewura mu se na ebe ye beboa wo ama relationship no akoto tin. Obesua bibi. Anope ye onyankopon ya dom. Ye nya Bishop Sam Darko ono ene da Faith Chapel ano. Oni ebedi nkomo about the topic a ye di kan to ma wo a mu bebre frɛ ye e kire mu adwon mu a mu frɛ nyina ye da mu ase pii. Papa Aba oni ebe wura na afi wa kirikiri mu amyate ase navigating security in a relationship. Bishop,
Mommy,
praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
But you want to sing?
Ya me tu me na ho de ye ho ye fa.
Ye do nyankopon ase so de wa be kan yensa.
Yes.
Anope ho aye fe yie.
Oh, thank you. Miss you free ho.
Bishop, you can be a phone lines no any etiefo bi ni ahwefo edi nkomo e fa ye topic hu. E bi ka say o meaning say me
na make as a communication.
Also communication.
Any accountability.
E bi freka say me nimpa say me kunu se me hwe ase obe pagya me na wa ye nsu ama me hunu wa hunu obi nsu so e ka say na nka osuro ma but na yire ama ne hunu say e ma superb bi wo wiase ne suban enti ye hye ase no sa navigating security no kura no ye nkyire mu ye ansa na yaba point ye de begina so odi nkomo
Yo dedika mechia metiefo nyina meda nyame ase ama mo so mabrabo de pempi de mo ye bia nyame hyira mo Max TV for nso so ne staff nyame hyira mo mama fish apanso na me hu ne se ye ka brofo kasem relationship a two words they aba together relate and ship. There was a wo bibi wo ship mu. I was say me wo bibi wo me ship mu. Na ya relate. And pempi no se bibi ni wo ship mu na ekoye one person na ahyase bi kwan ama insecurity. Ahyase wa hwa wo. Kenko wiase no ma ware for 18 years. Na dru pepenzo bi a we bemba obe ware obe for oba be hwedo be dru pepenzo bi a either so oba de hia more. And now also bemma no uhia more. And no bema pressure abam na fe the opening of other challenges and meeting other people, relating with other people. And not the shasia one we na when your foundation here na insecurity a shasia bam.
And that okay insecurity which remu saying obi a on insecurity na se no the back and kasa mu insecurity no which remu saying
ye ka obi a che se o shawari mbade nsipima no wonim de ekọ say what left say right and na wonim who future say nyankwa and wonim de wo mu kra so in the future o onji ni say ade ne obi okra na obompa e say ni kunu yati bi da bia wa sorry dem enkrofo be hu ye omoka da bia obi okra obompa e say na yire ngu because onye secure say baby ade ne kono e de ade papa de be brene na busua. And you know, onye so secure cra insecurity ne bi no o awari enim but onye content o awari enim bo ni nyina so
ejanti ekwan be na e be fa so awarefo ana woni a sese no ho no ya na hu hia me pa premarital fo no ye moa won kakra how do we ensure say ekwan a ye betu akwa awari mu no we are secure e de be na wo se e disisi akwan mu now, you to me experience that security in relationship.
Says so me kwan na metimi aka na menim me limitation but empomagro and empempi omo ba foforo no. Wo mo dwen se eno ani odo.
Eja mba cho mancho na se.
Empomagro. Se sebi tafrache. Zo ba ni be mehia na e wo empomagro mu a odwen se eno ani abrabo e wa ware mu. And you know, Bible may say if the foundation is destroyed, the righteous cannot do anything. Now, make righteous are hey, or you're holy the whole day. But we are why the foundation and so open to a lot of insecurities and other things. But me they can't see so says why nyasa from the beginning say aware enye mpomagro.
Enye no
nko ba menka ne samu na obi ba to twede abom ya no fe ya
obi ba tofo bi a me hwe no max bi o sa ware enye mpam agrebe ha me
asem beba na
enye no nko a enu so ka
enye no nko a be pempi no ka say pray once no omo ba no omo dwen say no any aware se keke no kra dia sebi o men so bone so de but ka be hu anka bi nam street so into obi atimi fa bi enya ne aware but aware no ubowura a commitment ma make communication. Break of communication is the break of love. Insecurity wo ya bekwa na entiasie bi wo. And entiasie no professor no can understand it. Two words, under and stand. Bako have to go under but still standing. And yes ye titia also. And yes ye share also. But odi ahombrase kwan so betime ne o yire anase de opeso ware na kasa. But ma me na me fancy o question so. Se wo ba be sha ase wa baraboma. The prey ones now more ban. How are they going to be secure in the marriage? Ask questions.
Busa.
Ask questions. On the insecurity no be any need you. Opio yen to we game mawa on feel secure. Ebe shoko. And somebody ti wa yasu. We keke on ye secure. Adenya na down for ekunu tomano. Eno na chire no odo. Wo wan to ama na chese wo no. That's how we can say free Brazil, say free China.
The idea of no,
ne dono,
and how to be secured in the love, no. I say, ubetimi atonia maybe amano.
Love language once I'm na wokan.
Mame asempa. And no. Your baby they are not secure because of the love language. You get it. Sometimes on sono the way obi din komo. They will be no. Minimum be a watch Nigeria movie. Or see ni kunu treat the adanya movie no share no. Say na ye treating mind you also treating no. Meanwhile ni pay ono asante achem. And ye wo na wan go school wan go movie is the wako de nim kakra. To the asante achem edo eba be ye movie na ene nem ko. Enti ni na ye communication but then understanding. If you understand what you are getting yourself involved, you will be outstanding.
Papa, you said ask questions. What type of questions can you ask?
It depends on your thing that on say, mommy answer ni say, on say, bebre your more ex experience never more new.
Yes.
So the who say uncle you know he's already having some mental dream answer. That's the thing. Answer no dey ban new one more. And so who ye ni pasade no we musa questions are. Hey, ya waria 5 years from now, ye be na hu se ye be wo saying. Na be man be no do. Be ya me pema secretary you okay. Ansa na actually wa be hu se secretary be your ba wa she tight be hu ya you are not secured. Because you have to start from the beginning. We have to know where you are so that we can now know how we are going. Busasam, yeah, how?
Do you think, sir, in doing that, you know, some people might leap? When I say leap, Yasha, we are, I want to use the right word, quoting, and all of that. Maybe a bear man person study because some of you misa questions, you know. Watra, you know, question no what you drew. Our next years is no or our questions no be here. Our move 5 years. Those are the questions I will be some men it will put them off or they'll get scared and run. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but maybe some questions will be baby hey. Now what an example, Brakojo, near worry about me at a wiga mamini. You see, ubisa asamsa because you know, and na edaya wo hen ya ware ha na betena. You see, and I say bia na me share we a won talk me de na ya be nante akọ asori ana na be asori we de bia ya be you know such questions. So you obi betimi abisa questions but might not be asking the right questions or the way obisa questions no. Who knows?
Onze omo pa ware to be secure in their marriage no. Maybe when they say yen ware obi he's already made.
Okay.
Wow, may come both sides. And I said, you see, the word there, Nyankopon.
Eja, Okas already made that. Chiremu, was here because you said something that it's relate and ship. There must be something in my ship. That's something that is in my ship. I'm going back to the foundation you laid. That's something in my ship might be that I'm already made. So, what sort of already made are you talking about? Already made financially? Already made with children already? Already made how?
Mama me that suabusa. You see, make a already made it both sides. Ebia obi okra wa warrior jai. Wo woni madada or woni sika or woni business. Nyoma ekoso dada. I'm not trying to focus on that. Make us already made that. I'm trying to say we're putting the priorities right already before you coming in. Because who Obama, for instance, me worry, now me put my priority right, it could affect you. Maybe the way I'm setting my business, the way I'm putting myself together. You might not be a nurse, but I might keep you home. You might actually be a strong administrator. I might not use you. So all the years I have put it away. But me they answer the mommy busa question before no. Or mommy tiazie be say me patch the saying say me ka say ebia don't marry somebody who's already made. I was coming from the angle to let you understand say look for a potential in the person. Based on me warewa 90 say ani ebe 90 say ani ebe no obia all couple Arabia no sex it's not marriage. It's a byproduct of marriage. In the pleasure to determine it. That is why you have to ask questions. Questions now, who in the future, because the blind cannot lead the blind. But empty. When in the court you see it. Say, Bibian you deliver. Bibian you about one in the nama or ma ada and ma attention. One in the nama. On also on the member Debbie grow not the phone. So all these things are signs that show for you to ask before you get into the place where you are insecure. Because a sign Emma when you're comfortable, even before you get married. Oh, Warian in Sesano, Warian in ever to us Ukramana more. It is well Musa questions from the beginning. It will not work. But I prefer that you look at somebody who has got a potential to carry you along.
Into potential no now we patch the socially 1 year back counseling no or where juma ye and I say ni nice bibi so we school one who know because ye kwa warrior ye kwa warrior and no na ye gina so be our we school na ni swade hunu ni and those things e bia we adwuma because you are bishop when him say obi a onye adwuma otifie you won't encourage the person so worry because our is a huge financial responsibility
right
enti eno nso e ka ne awu kan hu bishop
mama say obi tifie na onye hwe it is a potential it is a potential but the person can maximize it for the person not to feel secure me my example utifie onye hwe Debbie at wake mommy. Debbie at wake mommy. Meba na what didn't grow for the phone so. Me and me ni pakro. Me kubusa na both. All these are signs of insecurity. It will open me up for me to think that there is something more to these things you do at home in my absence. Now the time crying say, oh mama attention. I will not be secure.
And what can I say? First of all, especially for the pre-marital people, ask questions. We've delved into that plenty. What else?
After asking questions, no, and I can say the break of communication is the break of love.
Okay.
When you don't communicate well, mommy, my example, we say, now what I say, I busy. Oh, I say, I never call. Oh, I say, you see, you can season your words with salt and still ask the person what you need the person to respond back to you. And I believe in that.
So communication. So ask questions and it also boils down to
I'm sorry.
I was for any Bishop Darko and AD and Komo Ewaha, AD Komo Afa security Wawarimu. Na ye shall see every premarital ho wa wu komu ye boa or so wuni obi e shall see PM din komo say oh penasema ya busanensem or say na sem obe busane so no manenye de fa seven preduas anyansa kwan so ebusa asem na asem no wadwene ho nkwa akire na wo abusa ho so wo busa ho sa asem na so wo bumfu a ya busa no but it's important to ask questions about now, questions about the future, because only no na ekutu anamo o se wo sa ye di ye ho enkomo nso so.
And to Joy, before we get back to Bishop, you know, I spoke about communication, and then Bishop has done well to also add, say, you don't only communicate, but you need to communicate well. I was certain because so there has to be some form of respect. Intino. And yes, say bia uni nipano kasano who beside the right questions but wrongly. Intino. And as some no so beside where misani ya edi abufuo. And eba okura bi kura mfama because umuadie. Siwe I also mentioned accountability, and that's what I want to ask Bishop about. You understand? But also so I will share, you know, do well, you know, to send us a message on our WhatsApp, and then we can all. You bet me be say Bishop in semni bi wa. You bet be phone lines and now also. We be sa once a man I say bia you have a problem. Bishop one say we bet me no. Edin komo. We are navigating insecurity in relationship, insecurity. Ama will be sebia no pay. Will be a fasekan. Ede awo ne fiancé ne yere anani kunu. Insecurity nti obi asesa ne yere niyama ni na gu abonten without even asking what happened, because there was no communication. No nim sa ade nti na about 7 ne twamu na wo ma fie. Ono so emisa ne yie nti oba na mfele so obema ne muaye. Nti ono so hange up. Say my bressa me nyaka me gina kwan ho trotro sa me nyaka obe frame me bisa me se o me wahena e de na ekoso o frame ya wo kaka mo me de me nya time wakate odu fie no ne ye de na niama no asi na aboboa no ho e twen ne se wo mu ade e fa na akọ ye kọ se bi okọ be ma bi ozeze communication bridge ne wo mu obi ankasa yie obi amisa asem na obi ankasa yie e na obi anya abotre nti no a whole lot of things are happening. Na as a bishop will get his water bishop will come be kakra count no ya bo accountability so kakra aka ho pacho
ne nyina nso so akwakoye so hwe de ma ware gu eba emre bi wonyame asem omobusa Yesu about our jaye. The first thing that Yesu can is haven't you read, haven't you one mamwa right away, not just your nyoma bi a ye chro ana nyoma bi ane hyehyeye bi wo ho ansa na wabɔ awuram enti ansa na wabɔ awura aware mu no nyoma bi kyerɛ wo say you are not secure. Please don't get it. Okay. Please don't get it. Another thing is so me who say Emma people nye secure. It's submission. Submission. The word is sub and mission. Bema there was all mission. Nanya clear. Yakase saba, it means to go under. To go under. So, wo wa me ba be ware ono. O mission in your clear. How am I supposed to come and serve? And you know, along the line, no, at the for bape, now I'm beginning to get insecure. So you have to submit to one another. Very, very important.
Submission, Bishop, which you must say. Maybe I make a say. A man, I say, it's our word, no, you're trying to tag in the Bible. But somewhere, Bible also says submit to one another. But don't say, yeah, tag a mapana, you're trying to mom. The cultural be says submission simply means say knowing what your husband likes and doing it. Knowing what your husband likes and doing it. For me, that is simply submission. Hunu ni awo pe na ye. Bishop,
where the Mr. Wow, Kamebam Kakra, where the Fachame, and know your honor. You are honoring the person. Honor means make the person happy. Both your spiritual father, both your biological father, both your parents, make them honor. Bible says honor your parents. Honor your spiritual parents, give them double honor. 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 So, honor means make them happy. Okay, Bible munyina obia yeshira no bia or honor ne mpanyifo ni kunu ni bibia na, it's because they made them happy. But when it comes to submission, mema oba ne instructions when you don't have a mission for that oba to serve. If I am insecure because minimum juma oye, the biane magu ke mo ye dan oh, you're a real estate agent for me, girl, me don't want to econo. You are opening up to insecurity. The mission is not clear for me to serve, so that I can go under to avoid insecurities.
Okay.
So you have to submit, but you also have to make the mission clear so that the person can come to serve. So that we will know baby ayeko ni etima pray akoyenim akwa si pempensoa e mama ye nyina yakwa akwa ba yakoma
ye din komo afa ask questions ye din komo afa communication accountability we say submit adentina e ba ne submission a ya na mankwa na ye kahwe wo manim
me that say you're very wrong wow satia subim submit to one another na ohwe Bible mu a medical ka say bema de if you don't have a mission you see ansana ware kura bebem no you have to be a man and until you word I what professor say maturity you have to man up so don't get into even a relationship to think of a marriage if you have not manned up yet you are still a boy and marriage is not for boys so ansana you'll be a man to man up. That means that you have a mission. The word man can be put for 3. M-A-N. Morning season of your life, afternoon season of your life, and night season of your life. I have to know what you are doing in your morning season. And then I need to know your mission in your afternoon season. And at night season, I got to know. That makes you a man. That falls into accountability, it falls into communication, and it falls into trying to serve for the mission. So that I will know where you are taking me to. We don't connect like that. That is why we find ourselves wanted. But I will suggest, and I will just maybe admonish, say, please, and remember we have to learn how also to serve. My member example, me ye suffer. My father say, "Come here, na ye suffer," and na me ye suffer. Me has a mission. Make us say. Ye Ghana and ye mema to media me found Santo Mesumpai. Mema wo ba me preaching to me. I'm not serving, but if I love her, I should serve to know the mission. Other than that, only mema ben na mama me ye insecure.
Oba bompire mama.
Mema be di na chimpo. Osoro only mema ne nam or medana jo only mema ne ye crusade. You be insecure because you are not going under the mission to understand and to communicate and to have an accountability.
I like the echo of what you said concerning it's a two-way as Joy also started it say a two-way. You can't de bia na you can't say you know you can't de bia to send a ma and submit it. I have heard too many times where we get to find out that men in marry mano in a relationship, I want to know what you're doing. I want to know where you are. I want to know this. I want to know this. But ono die ye misanasa.
Ono mema ni ye musanasa.
Ye misanasa. But obane die at every point in time, no, you have to report.
Oh, hey.
But ono bema ne die ye misanasa wo he.
Queen,
because
Madama, you're breaking news be. Madama, I'm sorry for cutting you. Breaking news there, breaking news, Wadama, sorry. I was here for Bawi. Yes, I send me a siho. Or yes, will be so a crumful. Yes, Bawi 0. Woman so a crumful, on your crumful. Yes, a pine. They are not so sure. Now, Bura ya bono. Ninquadra is same. Yes, a free ambulance for. By 2 hours in ambulance BNC ho. Now, almost ambulance for any police for ho. Yes, Bawi 0. Adia no munim so ye kromfo so onye kromfo nobody knows what is going on ebetumi abasa ampa ye kromfo ebetumi abasa onye kromfo esan bi ye nkrabe ase wo hunu etoda obi nam ne ba bi ewi o ye hu ni pakro na ye de akɔhye no ye se ya bono bo trop ha anya senketwa oda ho a owu ani ya fra ambulance fo don hwiri mienu ni omunsi ho ye hia police fo nso so wo ho enti gbawe 0 obi eye police ni no wotia please dispatch your men there for security sake. Queen.
All right, thank you so much. Mama, all hands on deck. Let's share how that is being solved. Back to what we were talking about submission, where we are learning. And say it was a two-way, but na me can maybe better than that or better maybe or no feel say Obana has to account. Obana has to submit in a way say was say will catch them baby I will call sorry and pa baby I will call say mini na but would ye miss out how are you no crana job no sorry a crowd unche be some said the enemy da be na be man so baby so about so the na obedi.
Mommy, our background.
All right.
Our background, unfortunately, is taking our back to the ground. Our background, the way we growing up. Akrakra busasem, o uncle abefi, ubusasem. Asema ubusa your question, which we talk about, ask questions. You're like, oh, kawano tum. Hey, yeah, you musasem sa kawano tum. But the person have questions. A background. Oh, grow up when we say, about the end say one word and another basic table. So now the lays are katasu. And I will be out him be out as the lazy and Miss Roy for from and I'm in short. Now, my dear, and the lays pa katasu. Aha, and you know, baby, the way I will grow up, no, sa and all expect oh, who say, maybe Bema me kasa or by Kasabi. It is final. Maka a final. No, a two-way thing. Because you see, you have a helpmate. The person is just helping you. Maybe who say, Nyame and she share the ma ema yeshiano. To meet the need of the person. It is a me yere opekasa. Nyame share na me to ho se me me maso na me ntie mo. Se me so da me pekasa. Nyame so de to ho se eti. So ahono amre beba. Oba kama aware no no. Ebia owu ba ku mienu miensa. Yen ka se tete pansam. Etu me maye nan. Enti se wo hu ni amaye ya menim se ne it takes a lot of effort and all of that. But ebia family planning bi me da se. Ebia family planning bi na amana ye kese ana sebe produce ayare bi nti na be ma no sebe sani awosi edi mpam agro na swati fa warefo no as time takes its toll on us physically, emotionally. How do we still stay secure? How do we? Me that say. Now, our reform womb, and how do you stay secured? It falls back to the same thing: communication, accountability. She said, "Yeah, chaya." Mama, go further to say this. Say me wawariemu, afi homre aba, mintiminye de wose meye. Now, I'm sure with Omano, a yanam pimpino, a man na mesre. Madaroma, mesre. I dear be what Bema onka.
I didn't know onka.
Because the background,
okay.
The background is not making them voice it out, but it opens insecurity for a man. Now, a man, they are very emotional. But they don't say no. There be a bemen but yet inside us, no, and we are very emotional. As you grow, a meme hear attention more than what we think. In the beginning, no, you're tough or you're okay. One of the boys, no, oh, you know, Adam for phone in your hobby. Oh, you know, the shaping of the mind is changing. That is the timer. Oh, ban, oh, coming in very strong. But Pempi, you know, a man, because of they are used to how it started, they leave the man alone. When you say, you couldn't say, baby, you tibi wa office de bia, say, bear mano, anko bano, or banning ko bear mano.
Okas one corner when Pemasem na woka.
And Pema grow, and to the
one can hear one corner, Jari and as walk on
one corner
initiation.
One initiatia. But on Momu Guapo no one initiate.
Eya no apemu aka. Ni kuna amfa ne nsa nka ne mpamu a. Onye onye bi da.
Onye bi.
Obeda ho saa.
Enso so obi office did himself fa okunu. Or the years but you don't do all that. They initiate it. But yeah background no. Eya na mama na restricted. You know, I believe say enkrani nyina Now check your body, put yourself together. This is the time you go wild.
I sorry to come on, Bishop. We a bishop.
Hey, what kind of wanting a bishop can also this is that one to one.
Me. So what any corner anymore? That is the time you even go wild.
I know. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Bishop, Emre be me kwa sorry be. At the board could see her. Na me chere man penimfo say ne be ya ye be rekindle your sex life. In fact, the topic was rekindling romance.
Right.
Now romance was not just about sex like you said. It's also about communication, you know, send you see already any idea. But sex and sexual desire is part of it.
Right.
Me the body see when I me chere ma send ya sebi esini bema di agra scientifically. They shut me down and never invited me back to that church. I sorry, I say you say you say empemu agro no odo Nyankopon say the marriage bed is undefiled no. I say uni wo yire da why you born ye kata so brabra so even in counseling akwaya one on one no. Omo nka ni Bishop what can be.
And it even open up to insecurity too. But mommy, I have to be honest and frank with you. Bible ne kutaye no. It is the best book you can ever get.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unsuadia anawunima now you ask a lot of questions or assume, and assumption is not the best. Yeka sexa, it is really in the Bible.
Songs of Solomon?
Not Songs of Solomon. A whole lot of how we do it, how many times, honeymoon crown. How long you should go? It's in the Bible.
Maybe I'm a statistics woman. And he found out Bible how many times I anyhow we do it.
And no remember, but make much honeymoon dear no for a day.
Okay.
Honeymoon dear no, you are supposed to go for honeymoon for a year. Make it see so.
Oh wow.
1 year according to Bible.
Yanka se muntu ko tena hotel 1 year.
Na so ko tena na obeba na wadwuma gu ase. It is always scattered here because according to Bible, you are supposed to go to honeymoon for 1 year, 1 solid good year. On say your culture near background no. In a year no the area expected say walk. And the foundation na wa wari enim NCP and strong, but you to be taking a time for a year to know ourselves, to communicate, to be accountable, to drive our mission, to serve in the mission. All insecurities, no, it will just begin to back off because you be who you.
Me pacho me tu quotation no.
Quotation.
Genesis 1:26 to 28 also God loves sex.
Na ka me se men kan wa kan wa de.
Oh, make up and say na come
so we na me ko ka wa dem
ho. Also the first 2 commands recorded in the Bible are have dominion over creation and then be fruitful and multiply. Sex.
God loves sex. Now,
I'll say in other words, rule the world and have lots of sex. Not a bad day at the office.
Menim say we now dey back am dwane.
Bishop, when was someone make when you are for year counseling one on one. A woo counselor no. Any one year ba be worry no. Na e ho kra no. As ye me sex asem so I have witnessed a lot of I mean do am say yeah na so for me say daddy when you went to sex like you went now who can other Bible reading who remu more now what we say one of the pillars of our real ebegina empemu grow ka ho nti ade na we do ho no 5 seconds we free ho
hard drink
ye ni nkomo
hard drink kakra on say you kind Deuteronomy 24 the mommy wo phone the Bible on the phone so
papa
na o kind Deuteronomy 24 mommy answer we answer na verse 5 it talks about the honeymoon one no Deuteronomy 24 na mpemo grow na wo kan no mommy honestly adie ba ko me pacho wo tie me a ene de o mato de abome ti me answer adie ba ko anyame omam but he gives us the upper hand sex. Our first creativity was the inbuilt of our feelings towards it. For instance, when we be on the yere kodampem no ka say may the anointing oil sanctify your man gugu me can your man Mama Joy the officer or sabe hit me back. But one tears yet yeah forget about it. And you know one will be also
one anointing that down.
No, and so he actually stay away from it. It do sadena ojidan chain. It is your decision, your creativity, your and to be who will be or your president pa okuhundi or ye or what papa obi or your anointed man of God. It do sadena because won't show be a okase o me did ya me bompaye. Because I be bompaye, me ready am sorry no pa be bompaye, me beda be bompaye, be too quiet me bompaye. And no nko adan ye bompaye.
Every say it's already anointed.
Because Nyamia stepo when you are in covenant and untina yen susu say warianza no yes anyoma the one worry na yes anyoma na who invite other things because there is no covenant that that dear now wo ye no it open up to a whole lot of things. Yes
fasem bi to obi tim na yenko
ebia wo hwe me hwe ebi nso wo tie me ebia won so hwe but me pese me to Yesu ma so wa ware mu a ade nyina bedi aboa ebe wie ye on say he is your comforter when you need comfort, when you are stressed, when you are even in a mess. He is the one that can come for you and take you out of your misery. Meaning say ebia would when you two kunuswa na otete wunyini ni obeja wodi oye de bia na otrete Ada na won fa wo renko hye Yesu mu nipa betmeja ho akọ ba Yesu de onya ho nko ena sa wo Yesu a ade nyina bedi aboa ho na be wie wo ye
abusanfo any Bishop Sam Darko ono any founder Faith Chapel and then we have been komo bebre Faith Hill Chapel Faith Hill Chapel papa yedase pi
yedase
ye bompa say ebrefu for tunsa fro ba be kan yensa
na
mo honeymoon any God love sex na ebedi hu komo
Deuteronomy 24:5